Hello everyone. Welcome to today's stream. Yesterday, we did take third place in my first tournament that I've played in a while. Maybe like two months. It was the Roarkallos Championship Series, and we got third place with our Mannadium deck build.
Who knows? Some people just have like hatred in them and nothing they can do.
Wait, this is meepsquared versus Foster cubed.
Yes. Oh wait, you're right. Holy crap, we have a squared versus cubed. Oh my god, how did I not notice that?
It's cubed. So is one of them on math mech?
I don't think either of them are on math mech. Well, actually, you know what? Foster, we usually know what Foster's on. Meep is always on something weird. Weird but effective though, which is the scary part. Like the kind of deck that normal summons Max C. Like that's the kind of deck that you see me playing.
It's pretty hype, I'm gonna say.
Unfortunately, Foster did go first and did not have a play. They set 2 cards and passed. So that is unfortunate.
Are you sure set to pass isn't a play?
It could be a play. You know what? It could be 2 Dino Miscus, in which case this game is over. Okay, so we're gonna go Vices to pop Max C. Okay. So, okay, all right. I wonder what do we do? What do we do from here? We didn't want to pop our own Fenrir. If we didn't want to pop our own Fenrir, we might just be trying to end the game. That's an FTK. Double Dino Miscus is an FTK. Nobody's playing through that. I went to locals, and I had, this is a true story, by the way, true story. Many such cases. I went to locals, and I was playing against somebody who is known for playing Exodia, so they always play Exodia. I went first, I set 2 cards, and I passed. My opponent drew for turn, and then they said, I hate to break this to you, Rourke, but I have Exodia. And they showed me their hand, and they drew all 5 pieces of Exodia in their first 6 cards. I shook my finger. I was like, no. I flipped my double Dino Miscuses that were set. My opponent said, oh my god, I'm sorry. I wasn't familiar with your game. I'll go ahead and tell the judge that I lost.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
True story.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this card. Tell me what it does.
Dino Miscus is it's a trap card. It's a paleo card. You discard a card and you banish something, a card your opponent controls face up, like a face up card your opponent controls. You target it and you discard a card and you banish it. So it's really good removal, really good removal, because like it's banishing, right? You're not destroying it, you're not sending it to the graveyard, so things don't really float. But also the fact that it lets you discard a card is more often than not an advantage. So it's like you turned a cost into a positive, you know what I mean? Okay, so Meep is going battle here. We made our Lightheart and we grabbed Ryctophobia. But we're not gonna extend further. I wonder. Now we might have a lot of non-engine, and we could be choosing to play under, because it was Fenrir, Max C, Vices, Lightheart. So that's 4 summons. So maybe Meep doesn't want to play into Nibiru, but feels like their non-engine is gonna be good enough because Foster already passed turn 1, right? Like. Yes, and the cost of Dino Miscus is the targeting. The discard is not a cost. So things that get their effect when they're discarded will trigger. Yeah, Foster still doesn't have a play. We draw a card and we pass. Oh, that is unfortunate. Because at 5,100 life points, we can comfortably get the rest of our damage in through Nibiru. It does trigger Shaddoll's, yeah. Triggers Shaddoll's, triggers tier cards. It also counts as a discard, so it triggers like Dark Worlds. It's not like you don't send the card from your hand to the graveyard. You do specifically discard it. Technically, targeting is a condition, not a cost. I guess. I don't really know the semantics of it, Jarnakar, but I probably is. Yeah, probably.
It might be important.
Might be important. Yeah, maybe it is
If
important.
it's a condition rather than a cause, then
Oh, you know what? It is important because it's important with regards to a card like rollback, right? Like if you go rollback engrave and you use Deinonymiscus. So we got drolled. The droll might just be a little bit too late.
I have to wonder if like there's something else going on with these two draft cards.
I know, right? We never saw them flipped up. Like we never saw a called by. We never saw an imperm. I wonder if it was just double called by. We would have seen an imperm. We never had a chance to called by. I think it honestly was double called by. I think Foster could have probably used a cross out because Foster usually plays Mannadium, which is what I didn't want to say because I didn't want to give away information mid game. But Foster usually plays Mannadium, so like if that was a cross out, you could have used a cross out to hit your opponent's engine. I think it might have been. It could have also been the trap card, the brick. It could have been reframing. Yeah.
I should be fine with this one.
I'm really feeling that in Yu-Gi-Oh right now because, you know, I know you don't play paper, but you might have heard from like friends and things like that like Yu-Gi-Oh is currently in a very expensive position. Like this is probably like the most expensive the game's been in a good while, and a lot of people are like priced out of the deck they want to play, and so they're forced to play like these like anti-meta strategies. Like stun decks have like seen a huge resurgence in the last few weeks because people can't afford the best deck, right? They can't afford Snake Eyes, and so you want to play a deck that can at least beat Snake Eyes and is budget, and the best way to do that is with stun. Like I can't even blame people for wanting to play like one bad day in a format like this when the best deck is over $1,000.
It's pretty insane. Though on the flip side, like One Piece, someone else, Pleiades also mentioned this in the chat, like One Piece does have really good pricing, and One Piece's like kind of card market is stabilized by collectors, but because there's like really good collectors, the scalpers like are in mass growth. Which makes it really difficult for like anybody who wants to just like open card packs. It's kind of hard to get like, sometimes it's really hard to get a hold of stock.
You know,
it's definitely a game where like you should honestly just be buying singles, you know?
I mean, almost any TCG, you're usually better off buying singles. But I was gonna mention that my local comic book store, you know, they sell trading cards, right? The Tangia bot. Hey, we have the Tangia hand is perfectly over your avatar right now, and they're petting you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, my local comic book store is like has this sign out that basically says like, we're sold out of One Piece, don't ask us, we don't have any.
I believe in.
And it's just like, it's crazy that they have to put a sign, right? Because it just makes me think like, how much demand is there? How many people are going into this comic book store asking like, yo, you got the One Piece cards? Can I buy One Piece cards? Can I buy One Piece cards? That they felt the need to put a sign.
I'm gonna be honest, sometimes in a fit of hysteria, I frequent Tarjay in hopes that I stumble upon a box that someone didn't already grab.
And are they that hard to find?
No, it's really hard. It's really hard. And the scalpers, like, so here's the thing. The price definitely went up from set 5, but in my opinion, set 5 was alright being priced expensive. It's set 6 that I feel like shouldn't be as expensive as it is. So set 5 had 4 major chase cards that were worth well over $1,000 at the time. So it makes sense that the box was close to like 200, 250, right?
Yeah. Sally's like, I'll have nothing of your puns, work.
What? What do you mean I have nothing?
Nothing. Let's see.
Thinking about just as hard as you were.
Yeah. So we have Meep versus Shadow Realm. We just saw Shadow Realm. I think Shadow Realm was on Snake Eyes, and then we see Meep. I'm playing the duel from the beginning so we could get caught up since the other duel didn't take too long.
Visa Starfrost.
Visa Starfrost. Did you watch that deck profile, Sally?
No, I didn't. I just see. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, a lot of people got Tangia and like
Yeah.
Mannadiums. So I hang out with like some of the dealing people. And they get that all the time. So I just hear it. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but like, I just hear Visa Starfrost.
You should totally watch that deck profile.
Yo, we should like do a collab where you sit there and you watch it with me and we can live react to it.
As much as I would love collabing with you, I don't know if I can put myself through the experience of watching that a second time.
It's an experience.
It is an experience. It is that disturbing.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know if it was disturbing. I was supposed to do a horror game stream. Maybe that's the real horror game.
That's, yeah, actually watching the Visa Starfrost deck profile, that's the real horror game. Yeah, it's gonna be a huge board. At this point, like, barring, like, Imperm Nib, or, like, Imperm... you would need, like, Imperm Nib Gamma to, like, hand trap this at this point.
Yeah,
I guess just
mean, there's
Imperm
your
Nib.
extender into the next lane, too. Okay, Spy Elf, too.
God, this is so many bodies.
Yeah, like... just float it back, synchro again.
Make an Amri Tara to grab reframing. Oh my god, we even have a counter trap. And then here we make IP? Yeah, IP.
IP too, like this board's gonna be pretty crazy. Even if you clear IP, I mean.
Shadow Realm starts out with Bonfire for Poplar. Okay. Poplar effect. Poplar effect on field. Tap Subversion. We can't even target the Barone. Okay, and now we're live. Subversion targeting Patter.
Is me running any other bestials outside of this cat?
Probably not. Probably not. We're going to reframing the Subversion. Interesting.
I mean...
Wait, does Subversion banish it? On your fielder, you can destroy and... Oh, we're not going to banish it. Okay. Because I thought we might banish it. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like... Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter.
I mean,
You're gonna drop a Maxi for good measure.
This cat here. Oh, Impront 2, that's raw, sis. I mean... Snake Eyes has a lot of recovery potential, so I don't think Shadow Realm's out of it, but that's just kind of rough to open into.
Yeah. No, I
And
think
you run the Max P.
you definitely need, like, you need some, like, very strong non-engine at this point. You need, like, you need take cards. You need, like, talents, changes of hearts, Snash steals, like... Ooh, I mean, if Shadow Realm does this, like... If Shadow Realm actually breaks this, I will be very impressed.
I mean, if you're even going to try to touch the board, you probably have to try to go for a draw.
Yeah. Yeah, because our Snake Eyes Ash is imperm, so I feel like it's definitely dark.
Yeah, like I don't know what else they maybe got in the extra deck, but like if you want to try to save whatever like engine you might still be able to rev in hand, you kind of want to go.
We're activating the negated Snake Eyes Ash.
Okay.
Oh, so we can put the 2 level 1s in the graveyard so that we can then go Witch Send Flamberge from hand.
And once it gets back, it's no longer negated.
Right, and now we can chain block the Flamberge with Witch, so they can't just like Barone negate Flamberge here. Okay. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate this.
I mean, this line's still open to a lot in the extra deck too. So. At this point, you're kind of playing around what's on board. The second they run out of responses, you can kind of go any which way you want.
The issue is running out of responses.
Yeah. I mean, okay, here comes this pattern.
Yeah, here's Patter. That breaks our Witch. It doesn't. I think this is when you do it from your own graveyard, it's to destruction, if I'm not mistaken. You shuffled it into your deck, yeah, destroy. So we can destroy Witch, but we won't negate it. We'll still get to set off a set a card off of it.
We're gonna go all the way up to Chain Link Finals right now.
Yeah, we're using everything. So then Masquerina is not making a goddess here.
Are they making an apple?
Yeah, I think they're making an Apo. It's a pretty good Apo too, because since we're popping the Witch, that would be like the card that could beat over Apo in battle. But obviously that's not happening now, that's destroyed. And then the two level 1s that we're going to summon, they kind of just lose to Appaloosa. This would be a very funny time to drop a super poly deck. I'm just saying, that'd be
It
insane.
would go kind of crazy, but
It would go kind of crazy, yeah, it really would.
I mean,
Super poly for a Mud Dragon here, and then just like do like the Zealantis OTK. That'd be kind of nice.
I mean, is there any other card that gets them a +1? What if they top deck super poly?
Card that gets they didn't open Wanted, so there's really, they can't like draw something. Yeah.
I mean, it's still looking like you might still have to go dark, but I don't know. We'll see what they decide.
They are going dark. Okay. Oh no, Hita,
Oh,
not dark.
Hina, okay. I guess, yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, our opponent has a oh.
Now, wouldn't the biggest plot twist be if they have like a Sprite engine?
That would be imagine like overlay for Gigantic.
Okay.
Imagine if Snake Eyes had a level 2 and they could just like make Gigantic. Ah, this is so rough. So we're entering battle, we're out in the Apo, but it's like if we didn't win that turn, we just lost, because with Max C, like Meep is gonna have 6 cards, a Barone that's still live, a Patter that's gonna be good next turn. Cards are bad, like there's at least one banished card left, so they do have a destruction. And whatever that Shadow Realm tries to set up in main phase 2 is just going to feel so futile when our opponent has like 8 cards.
Okay. They send Bonfire, we're gonna get there.
So they had 2 bonfires at the start. Okay. I think that's all she wrote here. This might be game on board by itself. It's 100 short.
I mean, at that point, it's normal something, but
I think the real insult to injury here would be like normal summoning Maxi and attacking with that for game. That would be the real insult to injury here.
I mean, there's still plenty of time in the round too, so we don't even have to really worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think time is going to be a factor. Meep might be trying to play around whatever that set card is. We already know the set is original, so it doesn't actually do anything. Attack, and one more for good measure. Congratulations.
That's gonna go through.
full combo with a counter trap card and max. I try. I put a lot of value in education. Obviously not just Yu-Gi-Oh, but
Yeah. No, I feel like you can really see it. You know, like a lot of the videos are really thought out, and it's really like it's nice to have insight on like options that you can do even though they weren't present in the game. Like explain like, hey, you can do this, you can do that, even though that wasn't what I did. Like it kind of gives a lot of insight on like play style, like the deck options. Yeah, and I feel like since you're someone who builds your own deck, I feel like looking at people's deck builds, if it's a deck they built themselves, you really learn a lot about a person, I feel like, based on like how they built their deck and what they do. I mean, it's maybe a little bit different when like obviously I know a lot of RCS players, so half the time it's like, yeah, we're running Snake Eyes because it's good.
yeah, exactly. It's so, I don't know if you there's a Yu-Gi-Oh player very well known, but if you don't keep up with tournaments, then you might not know who he is. But his name's Pac. He's a really good duelist. Definitely someone that I'm happy to call a friend. And Pac used to do these videos called it was like a series of videos on YouTube. They were called Inside the Mind of Pac. And what he would do during the videos is like he would play like a high stakes game on like Dueling Book. I think this might have been, but no, it wasn't before Master Duel, but it was when Master Duel was still very new. And he would talk about like all of the decision-making processes with like every specific card that he played, as well as what decisions he could have made differently. And I loved that content. It was like some of my favorite content. We do see a shifter there. So it's like that's the kind of content that I try to replicate. So whenever someone like comes into my stream or something like that and tells me that they find my content helpful or informative or educational, it means a lot to me. So we're seeing a lot of action here. We saw a shifter from Pleiades in main phase.
We're gonna have a card ripped right now.
And we get a card ripped. It looks like our choices are Raisin, Xiaolong, and Borger. Now that hurts because we can rip out. The choice is obviously clear, right? Like it goes without saying. And we're cutting Pleiades off from Engine, but Meep is still under Shifter. Like Talents is good, but it doesn't beat Shifter. So how far can we get? Like realistically, Pleiades has right now they have no pushes. They might top deck into a push. They're certainly going to top deck into a Bestial. Well, they're going to search a Bestial during the end phase. So then the question is, how far can we get under the shifter? Can we get to the point where we can just put out enough disruptions for just whatever card they draw? And a Barone is a good way to just do that. Tribute Summoning Xiaolong does not get us anything playable because we would not have two fires. Even if we top deck a fire, like even if we top deck an Ash Blossom, we would only have the Bestial searched off of Magnamut, which can only be a dark. Unless Pleiades plays a fire dragon in their deck, like Flamberge. That would be funny, but we can't tribute summon for Xiaolong anymore. Druisworm, okay, Druisworm. So yeah, like Wall Shifter is strong. Ooh, like if your opponent has a game plan for it, it's not even that great. What I wanted to comment on earlier, chat, by the way, was like, is it just me or does this new Pearly Mate look really uncanny? Why is it like cell shaded or like compare it with the Kage Tokage minion?
I love Kage Tokage.
Me too. He's so cute. Like Kage Tokage is like, it's the Fortnite skin. Oh my god, wait. Does that mean Pearlies are coming to Fortnite?
They're gonna add Pearlies to Fortnite?
They're gonna add Pearlies to Fortnite. You heard it here first.
Oh my goodness. That's a whole new level of toxicity.
So we set a card and pass. Ooh, so we know the card that was set is the card that was top decked.
Gonna have that pop too.
And Barone can just pop it. It was a Dust Devil, and we have a Bonfire. Wait, are they play Nemesis flag? Target one of our banished monsters.
Okay, so something that floats back from banish other than Discatter.
Yeah.
Well, no flow, this is shuffle, but into a summon is not terrible.
Is this just to make this is to make Protos? Okay. I know like Nemesis flag is to like make Protos, and then like Nemesis corridors for Colossus, right? Oh, but that's all we have. The Barone negate is spent. If Pleiades is able, Pleiades can top deck out of this.
Ooh.
No top deck.
Yes, well.